It's interesting how often squirrels do come up in the news. So I'm going to start following some squirrel stories and reporting them out. We have a late breaking news story tonight. Maybe not late breaking. Well, it's kind of late breaking. It's after dark. The story is only breaking late here, but in the actual news, it broke yesterday. But we're a little bit delayed here on the Squirrel Channel. I heard about this through a comment from Budokan, which is one of the viewers. Pretty good commenter too. There are probably a lot of people that view and don't comment. Budokan comments. This person let me know, hey, have you seen the news story that came out yesterday on California ground squirrels? I had not, so I Googled it. A little bit of background. California has something called a ground squirrel, which we don't have in this part of the country. So here we have tree squirrels, and anyone who watches the channel sees I put things on the trees, little cabins. The ground hides that I put out are literally that. They're hides for like emergency hides. Squirrels are never going to live as a dwelling in one of the ground hides. I've seen rabbits that have come out of the ground hides, but even them, I'm not sure how long they're in there. But squirrels will not live on the ground or in the ground in this part of the country. They are tree squirrels. In California, they have ground squirrels, and they'll go underground, burrow like a groundhog or a chipmunk would, which they're related to. So there are ground squirrels in California. Now, what the news story is that those California ground squirrels, specifically them, have changed their diet recently in response to a change in the environment. There's been an uptick in voles, which are a small mammal, in Northern California. Squirrels have begun eating them. And it's just very recent. They were talking about a study that scientists did between June and July, and they had a picture even of a squirrel running with a vole hanging from its mouth. And they said they didn't used to do this. They're doing it now in response to the upsurgence of vole population. So it raised some points like that people worry about climate change and how that's going to impact animals. And it said this proves that certain animals are adaptable to environmental change. Squirrels, as we all know, are very smart. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this channel and be watching it, right? We love our squirrels, but we know they're smart. They are often found in, like, when you do a look at a list of world's 10 smartest animals, squirrels will be among them. They are very intelligent creatures. So now what I think, and the article almost touched on it, but then pulled away from it, and I forget what they wrote, but my mind took it a step further, is I'm wondering if what squirrels realized in California is if they don't eat those voles, their predators very well might. So if you've got hawks that are all of a sudden eating a bunch more voles, cats that are eating a bunch more voles, now they've got that much more bulk, that much more protein, that much more energy to come hunt you. So I wonder if the squirrels are doing it out of self-preservation, even, looking at it that way, because as we all know, they're smart. So in any case, they said the scientists are intrigued because squirrels have long been thought of as vegetarians eating seeds and nuts, even though I do have a video of a squirrel that caught a butterfly right out of the air and ate it, and I posted it, and I had people say, oh, you didn't know they ate meat? No, I really didn't, and it turns out a lot of scientists didn't either. But I guess that, this is a big shift in behavior, and a very sudden one in response to the change in the environment. More voles, squirrels are now eating them, ground squirrels in California. So just kind of an interesting adaptation, and when they call it diet plasticity, which anyone who's been in and out of various diets understands diet plasticity. Like, you go vegan for years, and then you're like, no, I'll just be vegetarian, and then you're like, But they're talking about the ability, that I think they were surprised that animals have diet plasticity, that they can move out of different, out of a vegetarian diet and into a omnivore diet. And they said, it might just be that they're more opportunistic than people had thought. I don't think it's just that, because there's plenty of opportunity here for the squirrels to eat the chipmunks, and they don't. So I think it's more, I think it's about survival. I think they looked at it and went, oh crap, all of our predators are going to eat these things, and then they're going to bulk up and have more energy to come eat me. I got to take care of this. That's what I think it is. But anyway, leave your comment, whatever ideas you might have, and Have a great night.